The FEI World Equestrian Games Tryon 2018 had reached its second week, with more medals up for grabs in driving, para-dressage, vaulting and jumping. 365 athletes from 53 countries would compete in the 4 remaining disciplines at Tryon International Equestrian Center in North Carolina. Set in this stunning facility in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains, 25 nations contested the coveted Team Jumping Championship, including the reigning world champions, the Netherlands, who took the title in Normandy 2014.
I think it's a strong team, but everything needs to go. You have to start in the speed competition, and that is a major thing. That's when that goes well and that you can get slowly into the flow, that is the moment all the coaches have to wait for. And when it goes very well on that first day and you go into the flow, then it's maybe possible that you can go and make more clear rounds to achieve maybe another major result.
Another form favourite was the United States of America. On home ground, they would be a formidable force with their all-star team.
The goal of coming to the WEG has been with us probably for the last 4 years, ever since we realized it was coming to North America, and then particularly when it was coming to Tryon. I grew up around this area in the South, so to get to come home and compete here around all the people I grew up with, it's just been great. Oh, I think we're strong. I think I've been to a few championships in my career, and you know, you can be the strongest team possible, and when it doesn't go your way, it just doesn't go your way. Sometimes one pole makes the difference between a gold and finishing 8th. So I think we've got a great group of horses. We've got a really great group of riders, and I think if we all ride well and compete well, and the show jumping gods are with us, we have an excellent chance.
The Team Jumping Championship is over 3 days. Day 1, the speed class. Day 2 and 3, the team competition, with all days counting for qualification into the individual championship. Irish course designer Alan Wade set a testing track for Day 1. For some, it was too much, even for seasoned campaigners like Spain's Pilar Lucrecia Cordon and Israel's Ashley Bond. Pedro Vinis with Cabri de Lille took the early lead, advancing Brazil up into the 3rd position overall.
That's very textbook performance right here. This is looking very, very good. Fantastic ride.
And that was a brilliant round, 76.68. We have a new leader. Brazil go into the lead.
Longines world #1 Harry Smulders took the lead with Don VHPZ. The Netherlands looking strong in this early stage of the championship.
This horse is jumping beautifully. And Harry's a pro. That's how he's #1 in the world.
Still clear. He's not going to be in the #1 spot, but he is going to keep the Netherlands up there if he jumps it, which he has.
The USA's McLain Ward came home with his team's best performance, cementing the host nation into 4th.
Oh, wow. That was higher than he expected.
McLain Ward, Clinter, the United States.
2 to go.
And the 1 to go. 76.68 is the time to beat. Can he do it? He stops the clock in 78.49. It's clear. The United States have a rider in the top 5.
Switzerland's Steve Gerdat posted the best round of the day on Bianca, taking Andy Kissler's team to the top of the leaderboard after Day 1.
Beautiful, beautiful ride. Very tight back to the wall. You see, he's going to ride this very strong.
She's somewhere, isn't she?
It's just a great combination. Again, one of those combinations you can just watch all day.
On the last line, 76.68 seconds.
Wow.
That's the time to beat. Just the last to go for the former world #1. He jumps it clear. He stops the clock in 76.33.
as I always say, there is nothing to win the first day. You can just lose it. So we didn't lose it today. We're still in a good position. I'd rather be first than fifth, but at the end of the day, there's not a big difference. I guess we have a few teams in the same mistake. So, you know, we're happy the way the horses jumped, and there's still a very, very long way. So we'll keep on focused, and, you know, having those good, great horses gives us confidence, but long way still.
Absolute dream day to start with the win in the individual and with the win in the team is just a dream, and this day we will in every case never forget. But on the other side, it's day one. But what we have, and now we start immediately to look forward to tomorrow.
So Switzerland lead, Netherlands in second, Brazil in third, with the USA in fourth. Day 2 and Alan Wade's course just got bigger. Maximum height of -60, designed to test the teams over the next 2 days and to decide the medals. The Swiss looked vulnerable when Pathfinder Werner Muff and Daimler left 3 fences on the floor, but Janneke Sprunger pulled it back when collecting just a single time penalty with Bacardi VDL. Martin Fuchs and Clooney hit the second element on the penultimate double, which proved one of the trickiest places on the 14-fence track. And when Gerdart's mare Bianca lowered the Oxer at fence 9, then Andy Kissler's side added 9 to their first day tally. Devon Ryan kicked off the US effort with a hoof in the water from Eddie Blue. But both Adrian Sternlicht with Crystalline and anchorman McLain Ward riding Clinton picked up just a single time fall. So Laura Kreid's double error with Zeramini could be discarded. 6 penalties overall to add left them on 12.59, just 1 penalty off Switzerland. Germany's Simona Blum and DSP Alice produced the first clear of the day to set her side on the road to a rapid recovery from 8th place after yesterday's opening competition. And when teammate Laura Klapphake followed that with a lovely clear over the poles and just 1 time fault, things were looking very good indeed. After 9 penalties for Maurice Tebel, it was down to Marcus Eining to close the gap and possibly take the lead.
And if you're catching up with us with just the last few to go here on day 2, of the 103 competitors, very, very few who've actually got inside the 85-second time allowed. I don't know the exact figure, but it wouldn't be any more than 20%. And that fence has also come down with a large proportion of the competitors here, but he jumped. Oh, and the last. He hardly touched that last. That was as light as brush as you can get. And so that puts Marcus Eining into 15th place. That was an expensive round. Germany complete on 18.09. Germany. That's their team score.
Sweden's medal hopes were kept alive by the European champion Peder Fredriksson and H&M Christian K.
He jumps clear inside this difficult 35 seconds. He'll go into 2nd place behind McLain Ward.
We know he's more than capable of doing it. It's a superb bit of riding so far.
Now the last line. The Olympic silver
going
medalist,
for the 5.
European champion. Pops through,
fantastic.
Just 1 to go, 4 seconds to get home. He comes to the last, he clears it, he lands it, he stops the clock in 84.73. He goes into 2nd place. Now the total for Sweden, 20.59. And that has given Sweden one hell of a boost to assure them in the top 10 tomorrow.
The Netherlands were also slipping down the leaderboard, and the Longines world #1 Harry Smulders needed a clear round to keep in touch with the top 3 teams.
Oh, he almost rode a little too early. Oh, my word, he did. He rode up a little bit too early and then had to settle again.
8th place at the moment if he can stick on that 4.89. Harry Smulders for the Netherlands, world #1 at the last line. Beautifully through there.
Oh, he is going to be
Clock's
mad at
okay.
himself. What a gorgeous, gorgeous round.
0.2 of a second, 0.2 of a second inside the time, perfectly timed.
And just the millimeters of short to that tape. Wow.
The reigning champion score is 24.35.
Brazil's medal chance was lost when Pedro Junqueira Moilat and Yuri Mansour returned with 35 penalties between them. Pedro Vinícius cut the deficit, but it was all too late as Brazil crashed out of the team championship.
We needed a clear round to stay in medal contention, and everybody's performing well, and that's always a lot of responsibility, but you know it when you arrive here, and I'm lucky to have a great horse and a great group of people behind me.
I think it was really tough. The time was short, and it was questions all the way along, and you had to focus on the next fence all the time to get a good round. But I think it was a brilliantly built round.
So the Swiss held on to the lead, but the hosts USA had moved up from overnight 4th into 2nd spot. Germany in 3rd, with Sweden in 4th. It was all to play for going into the medal decider for the top 10 nations. Day 3 of the jumping championship, and it was the team medal decider. The top 10 teams had made it through to take on Alan Wade's 14 obstacle track with a time allowed of 85 seconds. We join the action with the second line riders. Your commentators are Philip Gazala and Kimberly Prince.
At the moment, the defending champions, what a start they have had. Frank Schutter went clear earlier on Chianti's champion, and now Mark Hudsager, and a brilliant clear on the first day. One down yesterday. Mark Hudsager. Netherlands still on their 24.35. Bronze medal position at the moment, Germany on 18.09. So the Netherlands just 6 away from that bronze battle at the moment. But it's early in this competition.
And we had come to expect real exact riding from Mark. He's such a pro. Looking very good so far. Wow. Really looked like he was in no way wrong coming out of that triple combination and chopped that back rail. Again, time no issue for such a veteran. I'm sure he did not expect that rail at all.
So another good round for Mark Hudsager instead of Calamilo. Just the 4 faults, the 1 down. So a clear and a 4 on the board for the first 2 line riders for the Netherlands.
Oh, he was so high over the front rail out of that triple combination and just fell a little short getting across. Beautiful jump at the last.
Another one of those teams who are currently in a battle for the bronze medal position. It shows you that the Netherlands can discard that Mark Hudsager score, leaves them on their overnight score of 24.35. One of the most experienced championship riders here at these games for Sweden, Malin Berger-Jonsson with H&M Indiana.
She's keeping this track very tidy. She does not want any time faults. No championship she can't ride in. She has proven that over and over. And she is really laying it on today. She has not had the best week, but this is looking like the best round of the week for her.
Sweden already a clear from Henrik van Eckermann. one to go for McLain.
So exciting.
82 seconds of time allowed. She goes in the air, she clears it, stops the clock with 1.5 seconds to go. A delighted and very relieved Malin Barriard-Jonsson. Her scores over the last 2 days have been the discard score. She's now posted a clear for Sweden, and wow, what a brilliant performance. And I say this her 5th FEI World Equestrian Games.
It was a terrific ride. She is certainly deserving.
Sons watching.
Fantastic.
Well, look at that. Look at that for Sweden. Still on 20.59. Job done, Malin. Germany. Laura Klapacher. Catch Me If You Can. Another wonderful mare. Had 3 clears from 3 mares in this competition. We've only had 4 clears in total. Laura Klapacher, Catch Me If You Can for Germany. We had a clear from Simone Bloom.
Well, again, a young rider that is so accomplished, so cool, just spectacular.
Catch Me If You Can, owned by Paul Schockermoeller and Isabel Schneider. A lot of her early days spent at Paul Schockermoeller's stables. And he knows a thing or two.
He does indeed. And it looks like he shared them with her. Oh, how unfortunate. She was strides away from that out of the combination before it fell. She's really just giving this lovely horse a beautiful ride.
He's had 2 superb rounds
yes.
on the first 2 days.
And that's a superb round
and that's also a superb round as well. So that's just forward wide and leaves Laura on 11.25 for as an individual in 9th place. And as for the team, Germany, a clear and a 4 with Maurice Tebel and Marcus Enning to come. So Germany can stick on that 18.09 if they discard that 4, albeit a great round from Laura Klapacher. Catch Me If You Can for Germany. For the United States, Adrienne Sternlicht with the 10-year-old mare Crystalline. United States currently in 2nd place, and this yet another great mare who's performed brilliantly over the first 2 days of jumping.
Every time when she first came to the United States, everyone all over the world was talking about her. She and Adrienne have really come together under the tutelage of McLain Ward and Linda Legmeyer. This is a young enough horse. She's only 10 and Adrienne's young. It's just great to have them already representing at this stage.
Adrienne, 25 years old.
Oh, rubbed that one hard, but it stayed up. Get her up.
Super down that line, Kim.
Yeah, this mare is on it. She's helping. She's doing her part. Adrienne's doing her half.
I can see.
Oh gosh, that same as Devin Ryan is not the American's jump today.
So I can see Chris Jubb jumping every fence standing in front of us here.
What a shame.
And she brilliantly goes over the last and just clicks that 82 seconds. So that makes it 5. 4 jumping, 1 time penalty for Adrienne Sternlicht and Crystalline for the United States. Laura Kraut, McLain Ward to come. So best possible score for Team US at the moment, 16.59. And that's the discard score of Adrienne Sternlicht. 16.59 for the United States, looking for their first gold medal at the FEI World Equestrian Games, the US. As are Switzerland. Switzerland first rider Werner Muff, 13 penalties, and they'll want to discard that. So pressure on the 31-year-old Jannica Sprunger for Switzerland with Bacardi. Currently on 2.96 penalties, just one time penalty yesterday. And that is not the start that she wanted.
Wow, absolutely not. She's had, oh my gosh, she's had such an exceptional 2 days. And to hang up and hit that first jump that hard, then the horse had a little doubt at number 2 after landing in it like that. Wow. Cannot. This is how it happens. This is what I'm talking about. You think on paper that it's very clear how the day is going to go. And here she is, completely eliminated.
Well,
Speechless. I can see you're speechless.
Well, there's absolute shock around this stadium as the overnight leaders, Switzerland, have now moved into 5th place. They have dropped out of medal contention
for the moment
after 2-line riders, and everyone is absolutely shocked here as our hosts, the United States, are now in the number 1 spot, 16.59, and about 1.5 penalties behind Germany and Sweden. The picture has completely changed here. Now for the Netherlands, Jeuvrieling. The stalwart of the Rob Aarons managed Dutch team.
Again, such a veteran. Such a great rider. Oh, wow, he really cut in and left his stride out to that water tray and had the front rail.
And that'll have to count because they also had a fall from Mark Saga. Clear from Frank Schuttert. Netherlands, who currently in 4th place.
Wow, he's going to have to dig. Yeah, he had no chance. Good recovery, but he had no chance of making it out over sea. That's where a lesser experienced rider would have really struggled to get to that next jump in 4 strides. Again, you never know what's going to happen in show jumping.
So Jeuvrieling hasn't had the best 2 days of his international career. He finishes on 13 penalties on VDO Glasgow Millsnest. Similar score to his round yesterday that was the discard score, and they'll need that to be the discard score here today if the Netherlands are going to be chasing for a medal. They've got world number 1 Harry Smulders to come with Don VHP. But they now have for 28.35 best possible score for the Netherlands, slip into 5th place, and that shows you 28.35. Sweden have suddenly found themselves in contention for a top medal. For Sweden, Fredrik Jonsson and the 10-year-old gelding by Contendro Coldplay, and already with 2 clears. Von Eckermann, Barry R. Johnson, clear. Sweden still on the 20.59.
It definitely feels like it's Sweden's day. We shall see. These last 2 riders can pull off. So far, looking excellent. Horse jumping just beautifully. Came in just right. Got a lot of excitement around us.
brilliantly through that line. That's Maria Gretzer, former chef de keep. Swedish international rider standing next to us.
Screaming orders from the stands. Oh, this is looking good. Wow.
One to go, 10 seconds to get home. This is looking like a third consecutive clear for Sweden. And what a brilliant round.
What a day, what a day.
Well, Sweden complete on 25.9. They've got a medal whatever happens. That is absolutely brilliant for Sweden. Well, can you believe it? Clear, clear, clear. Fredrik Jönsson, Coldplay, makes it the third clear of the day for Sweden.
What a day.
It doesn't get more pure than that. Marlin's son. That's
fantastic. Wow, they are all so thrilled. What a great
Sweden
effort.
They know that they have a medal. They've definitely got a bronze. It could be higher. It could be a different colour. Well, what a championship performance for the second round. Laura Kraut, the ceremony for the United States. The fence down from Laura Kraut puts on exactly the same score, US on exactly the same score as Sweden. Are we in for a jump off for gold here at the 2018 FEI World Equestrian Games on the third day of jumping?
I feel speechless, I'll be honest. You could hear a pin drop out here. Heading into the triple combination. Wow, she's going to have to dig out a little bit. Get her back. Great ride. And really called on her. First American to clear that jump today. Oh my gosh, ended up getting a little bit long, but that helped. Headed to the last. Fantastic ride from Laura Kraut!
0.7 of a second. And what a despondent Laura Kraut I spoke to yesterday afternoon after her 2 fences down.
Kraut is going crazy.
Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy here in this stadium in Tryon.
Look at that height, that last jump. Wow. Unbelievable.
Well, what incredible scenes. Incredible scenes. Laura Kraut.
Chef to keep Robert Redland so happy. Oh.
We now know that the United States are guaranteed a silver position. The battle is now between the United States and Sweden.
It wasn't just the championship medals that were at stake. There was a subplot too, as the top 6 teams would qualify for the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games. And it was Australia and Great Britain that were going head-to-head for that 6th place.
And again out.
Dug deep to get over there.
Yep. Oh, gosh, he was really, really riding hard. Oh, what a round. It's too bad to have 8 faults at the end of that. Such a good ride.
And they have to count that 8 because they have a discard score from William Funnell with Billy Buckingham at 13. So that puts Great Britain into 8th place now, into 8th place. So just out of the qualification zone for Tokyo. But let's wait and see what happens. The movie 12-year-old mare by Chaco Blue. Rowan Willis for Australia.
Again, this crowd really appreciating these horses. It's dead quiet in here now. Great ride through there. Wow. This is huge for Rowan.
He had such a brilliant, brilliant fast clear on the first day in the speed class.
Oh, and he's one jump from a clean round. What a fantastic ride. Well done.
That pure delight for Australia. Rowan Willis with the 12-year-old mare, Blue Movie, Go Clear. That keeps him in contention for the individual medals.
So Australia have taken that 6th spot for the ticket for Tokyo. They've kept out Ireland and Great Britain. And at the moment, it's looking like a battle for the gold medal, because the United States of America, we won't be seeing McLain Ward for a couple of horses to come yet. But that's what the big story is going to be about.
Oh, my word. Number 1 down.
Mo is watching European champion Peter Fredriksson with HMM Christian K for Sweden, who already have banked 3 clears. So this round is about Peter Fredriksson's individual score, and that 4 has been expensive because he was in the top 4 for the medals. Now he would have dropped several places by making his 2.16 4.16.
Yeah, very unfortunate first jump. Great effort. It's rolling, but it's still up. He really wants to come home with just the 1 down.
Ten seconds to get home. 4 faults on the board.
And what a good ride. Oh.
Well,
spoke too soon. Into the back rail. That's going to push him back for individual.
Well, indeed. Sweden, who know that they have picked up definitely a silver in the team competition here in Tryon. That has slipped Peter Fredriksson, Olympic team silver medalist and reigning European champion, down to 15th place on the individual list. So, whilst elation for Sweden in the team event, disappointment in the individual. Now for Germany. Ranked number 3 in the world, former world number 1, multi-medal winning rider Marcus Henning with Preta 2 for Germany. And he has 2 time faults to play with. 2 time faults or better guarantee Germany the bronze.
Again, such a master to watch ride. Horse jumping beautifully today. Skipping inside a little bit, giving himself room. Whoa.
Very quiet here in the arena as they watch one of the most celebrated riders of all time come down to the last fence. Still on 0 for Germany. And he's secured him a medal. He's done it before. And it's so great to see the delight on Marcus Henning's reactions there, because he has been there many times before. That's what it means to him. He's in 10th place in the individual competition, but Marcus Henning has once again guaranteed Germany a medal at a championship.
Absolutely deserved. What a fantastic round, and so much support here in the crowds.
It's not over yet. Congratulations to Germany, at least a bronze. This is about jumping for a gold medal. McLain Ward, world number 2, with Clinter for the United States, jumping for gold. Three-time penalties will keep gold. One fence down and ending on 4 faults would see a jump off with Sweden for the gold medal here in Tryon. Worse than 4, Sweden take gold.
If you've ever really wanted to watch a great round and yet you feel like not watching, this is the moment. Oh. Oh.
Right. Now he has to complete on this score within 82 seconds.
And a little spun out there. He's got to pull this through. He's got to dig her out. And he's got to bring it home.
Still there. Level with Sweden.
Oh, it was a little bit close.
One to go. Plenty of time on the clock. Will there be a jump off for gold here in Tryon at the 2018 World Equestrian Games?
Yes,
there will. We have a jump off for the gold medal here at the 2018 FEI World Equestrian Games in the team jumping. Wow. Whoa. Can you believe it?
Wow, this will be so exciting.
Well, history about to be written, because neither Sweden nor the USA have ever won gold at the FEI World Equestrian Games. Steve Gerdat for Switzerland with Bianca.
And just spectacular through there. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Longines vertical after the triple. And he needs to bring it home. Not another rail. And he does.
Well, Switzerland was settled in 4th place. That couldn't have changed, but that has made a huge difference to the former Olympic champion's position for the individual medals on Sunday, as Steve Gerdat has now a total of 8 penalties. That will drop him down the leaderboard, almost certainly out of medal contention on Sunday. And that confirms that Switzerland, and what a bizarre day Team Switzerland have had. Overnight leaders finish in 4th place. Well, everyone's tearing around down here because this wasn't expected to have 2 identical scores at the end of 3 days of competition.
Crazy.
All 4 come back in and jump, and Sweden will be going first. And as with the earlier rounds, the top 3 scores count. We started with 124 horses on day 1, 119 yesterday, 64 this morning, and 2 teams have ended on identical scores, 20.59, and those 2 teams are battling here for gold medal at the 2018 team jumping at the World Equestrian Games. First of the 4 riders for Sweden, Henrik von Eckermann with Tovek's Mary Lou.
Wow, she is jumping. See what kind of chance he takes back on this oxer. Brilliant ride. And to the last.
Brilliant round.
Fantastic.
Stops the clock in 32.99 seconds.
Wow.
Day over for Emmerich van Eckermann and the wonderful Tovex Marilou. What a superb start to this jump off. 32.99 for Sweden, Emmerich van Eckermann.
Wow, that was something to have to try and follow that.
Great clear. Now the turn of Devin Ryan and Eddie Blue. First to go for the United States here in the jump off at Tryon for the gold team medal.
Wow, I will tell you what, this is so exciting. Eddie's got such a big stride. He looks like he's going slower because he has to manage the length of his stride. And cleared it this time. Not as fast as Marilou.
34.88 the time for Devin Ryan and Eddie Blue. 1.8 seconds by my reckoning, about 1.8 seconds slower than Emmerich van Eckermann for Sweden. Both clear. 34.88 for the US. Devin Ryan, 32.99.
So again, they're still trying to jump clean rounds.
Now for Sweden. Malin Berg-Jonsson, H&M, Indiana.
She's getting a nice angle on number 1. She's got to slow it down here. Beautiful ride. Again, taking a shot at this grape jump. Oh, just making it. And she's cutting into the left. Oh, she pulled back out a little bit. Oh my goodness! Oh, almost made it. Almost made it. But 4 faults. 4 faults at the last. Great try, but the horse started cutting into the left, and then she had to pull back out to the right. And she's getting back to it, and then it just did not come up how she could jump it clean.
4 faults in 35.39 for rider number 2 for Sweden, for Malin Berg-Jonsson, H&M, Indiana. Now the turn of rider number 2 for the US, Adrienne Sternlicht, with the 10-year-old mare, Crystalline.
She's too taking a look at this turn to number 2. Again, her first championships. Here in a jump off for the gold. Big pressure. Oh, pushed out the front rail.
Matching Sweden.
She
4 faults.
Needs to go clean now. Great ride. Giving herself a little bit of room. Excellent ride, Adrienne.
1 fence down, so 4 faults to 34.61 for Adrienne Sternlicht and Crystalline for rider number 2 in the jump off here at Tryon.
Again, anything can happen in these championships.
2 clears, 2 on 4 faults. Emmerich van Eckermann clear on 32.99. Devin Ryan clear 34.88.
Now for Sweden, rider number 3,
Fredrik Jonsson
with Coldplay.
It's going a little bit wider to number 2. Great effort. See what kind of slice he does back to 12. Easily done. This is looking good.
Still clear for Sweden. Will this be 2 clears on the board? Yes, it will. That's another clear for Sweden. 35.31. This the battle for the gold medal here at the 2018 World Equestrian Games. It doesn't get tighter than this, and it doesn't get louder, as Laura Kraut, one of the most experienced riders in the world,
and certainly one of the best. Laura Kraut for the United States with ceremony.
Again, I'm just completely speechless. This is so exciting. That was quite a shot at number 2. Needs to get through this. Excellent job. Oh my goodness. Great effort, great effort. One more to go. Same thing as McLain, like a little bit zigzaggy. Oh my goodness. And made it, and made it, and made it.
Look at the clock.
Fantastic
Look at the
ride.
clear. Look at this lady rider. She is something else. What a brilliant, brilliant clear.
Great, great effort.
So up on the clock. Laura Kraut is just one of the heroes of this sport and one of the best riders in the world. And what we've just seen confirms that. Peder Fredriksson, European champion, H&M Christian K.
And Laura has put the pressure on. Must jump clean. Good shot, good shot.
Race to the last. It's got to be
quick,
clear.
He's quick. Will he make it?
And he flies it!
Clean round.
34.43. He's clear. That's 3 clears from Sweden, 2 clears from the United States, with McLain Ward the last to jump in this team competition. The culmination of 3 days of jumping, and the pressure does not get any more than it is here.
Absolutely incredible. So McLain must go clear.
Well,
wow. I can't even breathe. The crowd's going crazy.
McLain Ward for the United States. Clinter. Target. Jump clear. Quicker than 34.64. For gold. Otherwise, it's silver and Sweden take gold.
Oh, she slipped. But he got her back up. Oh, wow. This is fast.
It needs to be.
1 to go.
1 to go.
And he's on the time.
34.64 if he clears this.
Yes!
They've got gold.
Yes! McLain did it! Yes, fantastic!
United States
Brilliant.
of America take team gold for the very first time at the FEI World Equestrian Games. Overnight they were in second, and it was left up to this man, McLain Ward, to bring home the goods. But let's not forget the brilliant rounds from Devon Ryan and Laura Kraut, who both were clear, and let also Adrian Sternlich, that has got him to this stage, also first ever championship with the wonderful Crystalline.
What a scene this is.
Well,
have you ever seen McLain close to tears? Here it is. Absolutely genius.
and that is the result. Just over 2 seconds splitting the gold for the United States of America, take the #1 spot at the gold medal. Sweden in silver and Germany solid in third. And Switzerland fourth, Netherlands fifth, and Australia sixth. And those top six get their ticket to the Tokyo Olympic Games.
Well, it's an undescribable feeling. As I said before, this is an army behind us. Our chef to keep, Robert, my 4 team members, these horses, all of the staff for many years. This is years and lifetimes in the making, all of our owners. And to be able to do it on our home turf and make our own country proud, it's just a phenomenal day.
I thought we had good chances actually, because our horses were in really good shape, and I was a bit lucky today. My horse didn't do a clear round, but the other riders had great rounds, so we had the luck on our side in the first round, and then in the jump off, the Americans were just better than us, quicker.
What an incredible 3 days of team jumping. The USA taking an historic gold medal, their first team jumping at the FEI World Equestrian Games. Sweden so close but having to settle for silver, and Germany with the bronze. So the top 25 riders went through to the final day, and we'll see them again as we'll bring you the highlights from the individual championship. But until then, goodbye.